While I insist I'm not brainwashed by Glock, I do find that I have a few things that have Glock logos on them. Starting with some obvious things like firearms. So there's the Glock 27. This is the 40 caliber little subcompact. Somewhere around here there's the Glock 23. This one is the compact model of the 40 caliber, also an OD green. This one is a Glock 22, which is the 40 caliber Glock, and this one is also an OD with Crimson Trace laser on it. Between the 22 and the 24 comes the 35. This one is also 40 caliber, also an OD green. And then of course there's the Glock 24, which is the best Glock of all Glocks, and it's the super long 40 caliber and ultra hard to find them in OD green like this one. But that's basically all the different sizes of Glocks. Of course they make them in other colors as well, like this flat dark earth. But you know, that's just a different color variation. The more interesting variations are the generations, like this Gen 1, which you know, was built in like 1986 or something. Then you get the Gen 2s like this one, which has a 22 caliber upper on it. And this one has the no finger groups, but it's got a different kind of texture. Then there's a Gen 2, and then the Gen 3s, and then there's also a Gen 4. Now if you're going to have a bunch of guns like this, you're going to want to have some of the larger magazines for it, or like this one for the 40 calibers. Glock makes lots of other things besides the firearms, of course. For example, they make the weapons lights for them, like this one, in a cool Glock box. This is a GL22, which is both a laser and a light, or one or the other. Pretty cool little weapon light, and it comes in a tiny little Glock box, which makes it even better. They make knives, so I guess you end up with a few knives if you're a fan of the Glocks. They make those in 3 different colors. They make holsters as well, and of course shovels, which are pretty handy actually. And when you unscrew the end here, there's even a saw blade in the end. So these were actually invented before the pistols, I believe. You can get other things from Glock, like little trinkets like this shooting bag, or these little medallions that are given away at different occasions that say Glock stuff on them. You can get things like keychains. This is a water cup, drinking water perfectly. There's a giant cutout of a Glock. There's a hat from GSSF. GSSF is pretty neat. It's the Glock Shooting Sports Federation, and as a member of the GSSF, you're going to end up getting a bunch of different periodicals, magazines in the mail. Here's a bunch of the GSSF reports that I've gotten over the years as a member of GSSF. Along with the GSSF manual, or books there, you can also get the Glock Annual, which is the basically a book that comes out once a year, going back, I guess, till the 80s, whenever Glock first started making them. In addition to those, there's entire magazines that are written about the Glock, that are just all about Glocks. You can get the different manuals from the various firearms, of course. As a member of the GSSF, you're able to attend Glock Armorers courses, so you can become a Glock armorer and get all the manuals to work on a Glock, take them apart, and not void the warranty. You get cool stuff like a Glock shirt. You can get cool stuff like Write in the Rain pads, so you can write in all weather for Glock stuff. I do have a copy of Soldier of Fortune with the first article ever written about Glock in the United States, as well as the last book that was written about Glock, which is awesome. As a Glock armorer, I bought quite a bit of spare parts to be able to work on Glock, so That's kind of a neat thing to have laying around. You may want to get the ultimate Glock accessory, which is the Caltech, which uses Glock magazines. And as a true fan of a Glock, you might actually start to collect things like the old Tupperware storage boxes. And if you're going to start with the new storage boxes, there's things like the white label, the blue labels, pink labels, and red labels. But you don't have to stop there. You get a 25th anniversary edition box as well. Some people like to get things to hang on the wall or little mats to be able to work on them. I think it was neat to get one of these Team Glock posters, or banners I guess, which are always kind of cool if you want to be really obnoxious to all your neighbors. Or if you want to be a little bit more subtle, go with the traditional silver and black Glock banner that just says Glock really big. And then a couple of my favorite things are the posters, like this one that's got them in a fire extinguisher box, or this one for the lights, which is pretty cool. And then my favorite of all the posters is the Glock knife poster. So yeah, I guess I do have a bunch of Glock stuff, but I still say there's a lot of Glock haters out there. So whenever they start bugging me, I've got one last piece of Glock paraphernalia, and that's this little Glock hand grenade. Always better to have it and not need it and not have it. Hope that gave you some ideas about what you could get that has Glock stuff on it. As always, thanks for watching.
The guys and gals at gun websites encourage you to take a CCW course every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.